Job market's trash, girl. Every day sucks, girl. All right, we sound good.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna sell feet pics online for money because the job market right now is.
I feel like you have a better chance of finding your dad that left 10 years ago than to find a job in 2025.
It takes
Classic.
500 applications right now to land one offer.
No.
The job market right now is so trash that you might as well just stay at that shitty job that you hate until you get like another job locked in. So up until last week, I was unemployed for about 2 months. And the first month, I pretty much just chilled, treated it like a vacation. But by the second month, that's when I started applying to places. And I applied to about 10, 15 different places. And out of those 15 places, I heard back from maybe only one or two places. The rest, I didn't get no call, no emails, nothing. And when I had a job, I would see people come on here all the time talking about the job market's shitty, that it sucks. And I really thought they were just talking. I didn't think it was true until I actually was unemployed and was looking for jobs. And that it hit me. It was like, damn, bro, they really ain't lying. The job market really fucking sucks right now.
When did these
All right, buckle up. So if you couldn't tell, the job market sucks butt. Big butthole. Okay. 500 applications for one. I'm having a hard time. A lot of these people are young. Not all of them, but like as a 35-year-old dude, you ever hear that saying, your network is your net worth? That makes sense now that I'm older because I feel like I could call. By the time I get through my contact list on my little computer here in my pocket, I'm going to have a job. I'm just saying, it might not be the ideal situation, but I'll have a fucking job. To be fair, because some of these that we're going to watch, I mean, is just a little criminal. Also, for the Asian woman, selling feet pics ain't that easy. I'm calling bullshit on the feet pics thing, because if it was that easy, just do that. If I could just sell hairy feet pics, or if there was a niche market for people who liked small hairy asses, I'd be fucking loaded. Anyways, job search is a nightmare. And I'm not harping on anybody, just kind of throw some ideas out there. Have you tried calling people on your phone? Just throwing that out there. You'd be surprised.
Jobs become so impossible to get. A couple weeks ago, I went into Guitar Center looking for a job, and the manager said they were hiring, so I was super excited. I showed him some of my videos. He was like, yeah, you'd be a great fit for this role. Here's that.
He goes, I showed him some of my videos. I pulled up with the Stratocaster, and I was like, I'm such a good worker. $3.25 back. No way.
The application, just apply online. Awesome. A couple weeks go by, I hear back absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So I assume they went with someone else for the role. Whatever, that's how it goes most of the time. Yesterday, my guitar string snapped, so I had to get some new strings. I go to the store, not even looking to talk to the manager or anything, I just wanted strings. I go to open the front door to the store. Locked. I look inside. All the lights are off. Okay, that's weird. There's a little paper sign on the door that says, sorry, closed due to staffing issues.
No.
Are you kidding me? Are you telling me you'd rather have the store closed than have me working it? And It's not like they're going out of business either. I single-handedly keep that Guitar Center in business. So now I don't have any guitar strings. But the good news is I did end up landing a summer internship by some miracle at an awesome company. So I'll be selling my soul to corporate America now.
This job.
Dude. I feel like Guitar Center would be a pretty fun job, especially if you like actually play guitar or drums or something. You're like a music geek. He goes, instead of selling my life to the rock and roll and the devil, I'm going to corporate. I'm just having, when we hear these 500 application deals, I think it's getting to a point where if we know that applying to these jobs online doesn't seem to work, there's got to be, we're going to check out Craigslist. I almost want to cold call some jobs, and I want to see for myself how hard this is. Just jump in here real quick. Actually, at the end of the video, I actually call somebody on Craigslist and basically land a job first try. Dude is hiring. That's towards the end. Okay. Because I'm not talking shit. I went on Craigslist. I did it. I was just watching the video back. Figured I'd let you know because it's kind of funny. Anyways, maybe I am out of touch. And I don't mean because I do YouTube. I'm 35. I've had a real job up until I was 34. I was making a full-time living on YouTube, still working a job. It's only been about 2 years now since I've been doing this full-time. I've worked a regular job my entire life. I've been laid off. I've showed up to a restaurant. Doors closed. They closed down, neglected to tell any of their staff. I get it. I've been there. But maybe I am at a touch in the sense of the past 4 jobs that I've had was a phone call away to somebody that worked there, not application process. Like, yo, it's Jack. You guys hiring? Yeah, let me see what I could do. I don't know, man. I'm just throwing that out there because you never hear this. You never hear any of these people bring this up, or maybe they just don't know.
Market is trash, and I'll tell you why. Because I had a final round interview for an entry-level job last week. Entry level, mind you, I am 32 years old. My last role title I had was senior operations analyst. This role I applied.
Senior operations analyst. What in the shit is that? What? That sounds like a made-up job. Just throwing that out there. No offense. Just seems cool.
For was an operations coordinator. So literally at bottom of the totem pole, a girl who did my peer interview.
Yeah.
Low key, I think she was 23, 24 years old.
Low
so
key.
That's the kind of jobs I'm applying to now because I keep getting feedback that I don't have enough experience. So what I do, I applied to the lowest level out there, make it all the way to the final round, thought it was a really good fit. I am more than qualified for this job. I'd be such a great addition to this team. What do I get? Rejected. Don't worry though, I did not get my hopes up last time, so I am just whatever, but I would appreciate some feedback or clarification why I got rejected. I made it all the way to the final round, and no, I just get a blanketed email from the recruiter. I respond.
I understand. I don't want to sound cold here, but I do understand why people wouldn't get back to you. Just imagine you right now, right? Because I get messages all the time. Recently, I just hired 3 editors, and I had about 100 people email me. Now, I didn't respond to everybody, but I did check. Me and my other guy, we checked every email, basically. If we didn't get back to you, don't worry about it. We might have you on ice. But I want you to think about how much time that takes for me to go and respond back and go, hey, here's why you didn't get it. So imagine a real job. This is just some fake job shit on the internet, right? Which I guess is a real job. They're actually making money. It's better than driving Uber. One guy's full time, But I think about that sometimes and I'm like, yo, you get so many. Just think about 200 messages, 200 text messages on your phone. People you don't know. Put it to you that way. In other words, phone a friend. Please, for the love of God, we need to start. Somebody who can get you a fucking job. I know you do. If you're watching this and you need a job, that is.
Asking for feedback. Do I get a response? No.
Can someone tell me why it is so hard to find a job? I have been searching for months.
Not to cut her off, but I love when Australians just get worked up, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, crikey. They just get fucking revved up. I love that.
4 months. Fashion design assistant, stylist within that category. Nothing. I swear jobs within the fashion industry do not exist. And when one does pop up, it'll be lead designer. Babes, I can't be your lead designer unless you let me be your assistant designer first. I'm starting to get so stressed that I'm not going to find a job. What's the plan? What am I actually supposed to do if I can't find a job?
Lead designer. I had the audacity of wanting to be a professional skateboarder. So I do know what it's like to dream big. Could you imagine if you actually pulled that off? Think about that. What if I really did become a professional skateboarder that made enough money? Yet alone, the lead designer at 25 years old, what she looked like. It's a miracles dreams can come true in that regard, in that hypothetical situation. Anyways, unemployed for a month. That's never fun.
I've been unemployed for about a month now, and I want to talk about it because there's several issues going on that I just don't know what to do anymore, because no one seems to be hiring, even if I've tailored my resume, also tailored my cover letter, have asked multiple people to review it before submitting.
I tailored my resume. I hope that means you're lying. Lie your fucking dick off, dude. When I realized you could work at certain restaurants, be a waiter or a bartender, and actually make like 1,000 or 1,500 or even more a week, oh, you bet your sweet dick I was a waiter. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Plenty of restaurants that have closed down in the last couple of years. Put that bitch down on that resume. Little tricky, little advice, okay? And then when you get into the job, you find a friend, you get close to him, and you go, look, I ain't never done this before. Can you put me up to speed? Or I'm sure there's YouTube videos on it. I'm just saying. Anyways.
I've also used many connections that I have in this industry. I work in the music industry. I have a lot of connections which I'm really grateful for, but nothing seems to be panning out quite yet, and it's
like I said before, I would have loved to be a professional skateboarder or the lead designer of a big fashion brand. Sometimes when I hear these, I'm like, dude, it's like, can you really not find a job, or is it like such a niche job? Do you imagine going, dude, I can't find a job like in the music business, like I'm fucked? Your average person's going to be like, what? I'm not saying don't dream big. I'm just saying you might have to work. Well, I don't know this guy. I don't really care. He's going to figure it out. No, he's got this. Fucking rock on, dude. The other guy couldn't even get a job at Guitar Center. The music business. Come on, dude. Nobody buys CDs anymore. No offense. I'm not happy about that. Like I said, dream as big as you want. I wanted to ride a piece of wood. Tony Hawk. I get it. You got a dream nowadays. It actually makes more sense to dream big than to... he's on to something.
So many times, and I have gotten my hopes up so many times just to be let down once again. And I just... it's so frustrating because people
this guy.
don't know how much that messes with you.
This guy's pissing me off. We gotta skip him up. He's a dreamer. I love it, but we're going back to the foot pick, the Asian foot woman here.
I'm just gonna sell feet pics online for money because the job market right now is shit. I'm currently looking for a job and I don't have that much experience, so I'm just looking for an entry-level position, okay? Nothing too crazy.
Dude, on your cover on your cover letter, just put I'm Asian. Just put I'm literally Asian. Seriously. If I see that, I'm going to go, dude, this chick's Asian. She's probably going to be better than the whites over here. And she's definitely going to be better than the blacks. I'm just joking around. But she's Asian. You get what I mean, okay? They're known for being smart.
I'm like looking at these entry-level positions. Let me know why one of them said 8 fucking years of experience. What do you mean 8 years of industrial experience? No. Wait, but hold on. There's more. The tomfoolery doesn't end here. No. All of a sudden, all companies want to release ghost jobs where they just leave the position, but they never intend to fill it. So it's basically just...
All right, we know what ghost jobs are, and if you don't, well, you're going to learn somewhere else. I got to skip this Asian woman. Let's go over to the whitey. Yeah, there she is. Also, before we keep going, this is some channel. Apparently, they just took a bunch of TikToks. No one's really saying anything. So I just thought it was free game, but this is called the TikTok Time. Give them a like, and I'll leave their information down below. But anyways.
I have literally applied to over 100 jobs. Over 100 jobs. And I just, can't hear anything back. And if I hear anything back, unfortunately, we went with other candidates. Like, me and my boyfriend are trying to move to either New York or Colorado, and I get, like, the market in New York is probably really competitive, but, like, I should not have to apply to over 100 jobs to be able to get a job. And I still don't even have a job. Like, I'm gonna have to apply to fucking 100 more somehow. Like,
500 minimum. Or you could just phone a friend. New York. I don't know what the obsession is with New York. I just never got it. We're going to go ahead and skip her. Her hair is just a little... It's too straight, short, and blonde for me. Honestly, as a hiring guy, I probably wouldn't hire her either. You know what I mean? No offense. I know I look sketchy. I get that. That's why I call friends people that like me for my personality. I'm telling you, if you need a fucking job, the importance of fucking having relationships is right here. Seriously, you know, a guy reached out to me a year ago. His name is Kevin Decor, musician. All he said was, I love your YouTube channel. I think we would get along. Guess what? We ended up chatting. He's known me for a year now. Guess what? I said, hey, I'm looking for editors on here on YouTube. He calls me. He has my phone number. He goes, I'm your guy. He goes, I need some extra income. I said, you're in, brother. I pay him every month. Same with another dude. His name's Vin. His first month working with me on his own time in his bedroom in his pajamas. He collected $900 off me. I said, fuck you, Vin. I don't like you. I'm just saying, it pays to... whatever. It doesn't matter to me. All right, let's skip forward. This chick's pissing me off.
I'm sorry for the way that I look right now, but I've just been crying for the past...
He's crying again. Jesus Christ. I'll never understand how people cry and put it on TikTok. I don't get it. Maybe you'll get a sympathy job. It's actually a good tactic. Okay, I think he's on to something.
Like, hour. Mostly because, like, the job market absolutely sucks. And I did 5 45-minute interviews just to be let down. And I know that's life and that happens. It's more so lately I just feel destined to lose. And
all right, this is way, way, way too much, Big Daddy. We're going to have to skip this up. The crying guy, it's not going to fly. 5 45-minute interviews? What kind of fucking interviews are these? I'll know in the first 3 minutes. I'll know in 2 minutes. I've been on job interviews. I'm not kidding you. This was the best. People want to bitch about job interview process. So I go to a high-end restaurant, right? I'm like 32 at this time. I had a good job, but I was just entertaining it because I knew somebody that worked there. And they were like, yo, you should come in, man. We make like $2,000 a week. I said, oh, $2,000 a week. I wouldn't mind that. And they're like, you got to wear a tie. I go, I'll put on a fucking tie. So I go in, I do the interview, and within 30 seconds of this interview, I'm literally like, this ain't going to work. In my head, I'm like, this isn't going to work. No way. Just the way this woman's talking to me, I was like, this isn't going to work. And then I rethought the tie business, and I was like, I can't wear no tie, dude. But this was what she asked me. For the high-end restaurant, get ready for this. She goes, how do you feel about polishing wine glasses? This is a real question. We're two grown-ups. Full-blown adults. I got gray hair and fucking wrinkles, lady. Okay? How do I feel about polishing wine glasses? And I just look at her, I go, honestly, it's, I was like, it's the best. And I was kidding. I was like, dude, honestly, it's annoying, but you do it. I go, nobody wants to polish wine glasses. I go, but, you know. That's literally what I asked. I'm like, what kind of question is this? Is what she responds to me. And she goes, well, you know, some people take pride in their work. I right then and there, I go, you know what? Thank you so much for your time. I go, this isn't going to work out. I ended the fucking interview. I was like, are you kidding me? This lying sack of shit bitch. I've never been back to that restaurant, and I actually really like their food.
absolutely trash. I've been to 9 interviews and applied for like 100 jobs.
Rookie.
Every single time they love to tell me how many job applicants they have. That's going to make me feel better.
Skip forward towards the end. We're going to wind this down here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I think I've actually seen this clip before. Unemployed for 3 years. That's on you, buddy. No, we're going to end on this one.
That I still haven't found a job yet. I've applied everywhere. UPS, Walmart, Aldi's, Costco, Home Depot. Like what is going on that I can't even get a simple job at a retail store? I even tried to see if I could apply for like a staffing agency. They won't even answer my email back. Like I'm to the point where like I'm thinking about like applying for like becoming like a Coast Guard or like Navy. Look, I got the whole folder just in case, because at this point I don't know what else to do. I don't know what's going on. Like I can't even get a simple job, bro. So any business owners that's using this app, any agencies, please hit me up. I'll do anything. Like please, I'm desperate at this point. I am desperate.
Wow, dude was about to join the fucking Navy, dude. No, Top Gun. All right, that's crazy. I don't know. That something don't sound right with that one. I think we've covered that guy before. Let's go to the comment section. About to join the fucking army, dude. Actually, you know what's funny? Last restaurant I was working at, dude was 38. Apparently, they upped the age for the military to like 40. And he didn't know what to do with his life. He's like, I'm going to be a waiter forever. He's like, I'm going to the military. And I thought he was just talking shit. He actually went. Yeah. Shout out Asian John, dude. All right. It's the TikTok time. All right, let's get these comments done. My only solution for you guys is fucking phone a friend. Most jobs pay like shit anyways. Just hit up a friend, dude. We're going to Craigslist right now. No. All right. Let's go to Craigslist. Okay. $18 an hour. This was posted 34 minutes ago. All right. I want to call one of these people. I don't know if it's legal or not to do that, but hold on. Telemarketing, make $1,000 a week. How does that work? It's all emails. Oh, here it is. Please text Joe to schedule an interview. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call Joe. I'm calling him right now. It's in Margate. It's kind of far.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Joe?
Speaking.
Hey, Joe, I saw your ad online here for the telemarketing job.
Okay, you're hired.
My man. So this is for an HVAC company. I'm reading here.
So I own an HVAC company. So I'll tell you a little bit about the company, okay?
Yeah.
We are based in San Diego since 2017. I opened the company there. We started very, very little, and we grew to about 60 employees.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you. The same concept we have here. We do attic construction, so everything to do with installation, air ducts, HVAC. I was able, again, most of my employees, the original ones, the people I worked with since 2017, I moved 3 technicians here.
So what, Margate?
To Margate, yeah.
Gotcha.
We're based off Margate. And I do have a big calling center in San Diego, the Dial in San Diego, but also Dial in Florida. This is why I was able to start and get very, very busy. We still have 7 technicians here. But I want to obviously increase volume. The market is amazing here. We love it. We're doing extremely well. We're in a few magazines as well. We're in Hvac.
Oh, congrats, man. That's huge.
Yeah, so thank you. But I do need about 3 closers here. On people off the office we have on Margate. I hired 2 people yesterday so they can start next week.
Okay.
On Monday. We are promoting one specific coupon. It's air duct cleaning. That's our way to get into the house. It's $89.95 to clean the first 7 vents. On Google, we have Google Ads, so we're growing.
All right,
I'm
so
looking for one more.
Joe, just let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
So this isn't remote, yeah?
No.
Okay,
it's
so you gotta be
yeah,
at
our
Margate.
physical office.
And then
Yes,
also,
Margate.
one last question: would I need to know an extensive amount about HVAC already, or you really just,
No.
or could you kind of provide that for
Yeah, you
somebody?
need to know. You need to know nothing about HVAC. The script is like half a page. It's really, really simple.
Okay.
You just have to have sales skills and convince people to let us do pretty much a free inspection. We don't ask for credit cards. We don't ask for anything, over the phone. It's just really just confirming the address. We're working with like automatic dialers, so you're just gonna have to 555 and go to the next one if
Oh,
people are not
so
committing.
it's basically cold calls, and then what's your what's
100%.
what's your hourly pay on this? I'm sorry, I'm not
So
seeing
we're
this.
starting at 18 an hour.
Oh, that's
Really
good.
depends on how.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm never paying minimum. Yeah, and I just want to tell you that if you are decent, you don't have to be great, but if you're decent, you're definitely going to make between $100 to $150 commission a day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I have a really good bonus structure, both for the office and for my technicians. This is why people work for me for a very long time. I believe that when you make money, you have to spread the love. And I have most of my telemarketers in San Diego, as I said, are in their 60s, 70s. That's their only way to make a living.
No,
And,
well, I gotta be honest with you, Joe. I'm actually a business owner myself, and
Nice.
well, I was calling you. What's your HVAC company called? Because I actually have a huge audience, and for what I do, so I wouldn't mind because I really like what you're offering here, and a lot of people. I'm calling to actually try and help somebody realize that they could get a job. So I'm actually going to pass your information along, but also I'd like to just shout your HVAC company out because I do have a big audience in Florida. I kind of do broadcasting.
Sure. It's called Elite. It's called Elite HVAC. FL is in Florida.
Elite HVAC.
Yes.
All right, Joe. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much for taking the time, and
Sure.
you sound like a great person to work for. And I'm going to give your company a shout out. My name's Jack Morgan. You can look me up on YouTube anytime you want.
Pleasure.
All right. Good talk, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to end right there. So, how many fucking things did that take? I'm going to edit that, all the stuff I looked, but we went through about 7 job listings, found this job. I'm going to leave this information right here for you, okay? Go ahead and fucking screenshot that. If you're in the Margate area in South Florida, this dude's looking for somebody. Yeah, he's looking for a fucking talker, okay? Joe, Elite HVAC. All right, sound like a cool guy. Sounds like you really just need to be a decent talker, and you got a fucking job. Now, do I want to do cold calls all day? No, I fucking don't. But 18 an hour? You need a job? I could be going to work for Joe right now. Solid talk. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Unreal, dude. Just wanted to prove a point. Don't sleep on Craigslist. Call a fucking friend. You need to call me. Give me a call. I am expensive. It's actually reverse making money. If you want to invest in yourselves, get some gold once you're making money. Thanks everybody who bought a t-shirt. Leave the link to all that stuff down below. Unreal. I'm getting the hell out of here.